How does Magnus Carlsen, the world #1, win with the French defence? In this video, we will check out a game he played against Polish #1 Duda. This game took place in the Charity Cup final. Part 1 of the video will be looking at this high-level game, but part 2 will be me playing Stockfish at various levels on Lichess. Welcome to an opening experiment. How will this video be useful for you? Because when you see me play against a few levels on Stockfish, that's really where the application is. That's where you're going to learn how to play this opening with black. Duda has white, Magnus Carlsen has black. Here we go. The next opening experiment. We have the Caro-Kann defense. So many ways to play against it. White can play knight c3, white can take, white can play e5, the advanced variation. Today we have f3. This is known as the fantasy variation because in a dream situation, white will get the center for themselves, get the knights out, get the bishops out to their perfect positions. Bishop here, bishop here. So example, if you do this and you give white everything that they want, knight here, bishop here, something like this, the dream position. This is the fantasy setup. But after f3, you can't give white everything they want. e6. A critical try is to take and then strike in the center with e5. But Magnus today played e6. Now we get this structure, which is what interests me, because as a Caro-Kann player, I want to keep it solid. With this setup, there's a chance to go into another opening. That's why I'm conducting this opening experiment, because I want to play this opening. And it's now the French defense. Bishop b4. Not at the moment. Magnus attacks the center. e5 played by Duda, and knight drops back to d7. You have forced white to overcommit, and these pawns are going to be targets. That's why people play the French. You give white the chance to get a lot of space, and then you attack it. Knight e2. Looks like a weird move, but the point of this is after c5, c3. We have this pawn chain. Notice black is just continuing to attack the structure. f4. And white defends the structure. Bishop out and castle. What does every top grandmaster play? h4. You launch your h-pawn in order to get more space, controlling the g5 square. f6, typical pawn break for black in the French. f6, c5. You've got to free your position because you've got less space. This is why I'm doing this opening experiment. I'm going to play Stockfish later on Lichess, various levels, just to see how I handle this position with black, because I've never had this position. That's why I'm doing this video. a3, finding a way to get space. a5, clamping down on the queen side by Magnus. Knight g3. f5 later, no. Knight there is to get the bishop out, castle. If white can get a few more moves in, Duda has a great position, but queen b6, another typical move in the French. Placement of the minor pieces, we are, along with the queen, we are attacking the center. Bishop d3. Capturing on d4. And the reason bishop d3 was played is because now knight g5 was Duda's shot. What a move. Now if you take, it's mate. Check. Check. I think this works because you want this pattern to work out. So let's throw in a check. Let's throw in this. And I think we got mate here. And there's no good way to stop it. Let me just check with the engine. I believe that looks good. Perfect, yeah. So that is really how dangerous it gets. Take. Just wondering why I didn't play bishop h7 on the previous move. I'm going to take, and after this, we can just slide the king back. I'm just trying to understand this because it looks almost over. Queen h5, but you take. And now, it's not mate at the moment. We come through the center. I see. Now this covers the f7 square. Take, take. Hang on, I don't understand this. Take, take, and now we're coming in. Wow. Turns out black is the one attacking white. Check. Very complicated. Looks like we're going to run. Gonna run. I see. We're going to run. Remember there was a knight there? We had to sacrifice on e5. Now I get it. That's why I'm doing this video, to learn a lot. Tactical sequences that I'm not spotting. Queen to h5. Right, we're going to take. Just want to review that. Looks like knight e5 might be the only move. Right, if I take, is it mate? I see g6, right, which is what I mentioned in the previous line, and after that, there's no good way to stop this or that. So you've got to play a move like this. I mean, if you go g6, I think you take it. Perfect, right? You have to get rid of that pawn. There's no time. And after this, you actually got your own counterplay. Now here, I'm guessing queen check is coming soon. Wow. Ever seen a mate like that? That's why I cover this. That's why I do this. Right, so some stunning lines here. Absolutely stunning lines. Now back to the game, which is really just one variation of what could have happened. C takes d4, knight g5. Now from Duda, going to go h6, which is a really funny move, isn't it? It looks like something's gone wrong for black, but he has taken a center pawn and he's finding a way to crash through. h6 just to stop two minor pieces on the h7 square. We're going to come in on e6 and it looks like you're crashing through. No, time for a counter sacrifice, which was the move we saw in the previous variation. Knight e5. Bishop discovered attack, and after take, Magnus grabs the bishop first. It's very important bishop g4 isn't played, which was what was mentioned in the commentary between Peter Lecco and Daniel King. You drop the bishop back. No. So we grab it first and then we take. And now black has good chances. It's very difficult to castle because there's a discovered check. Check. Here you can even lock it up, and then this is crashing through as well. So bishop here, the bishop can come out. Difficult to move. You can't go here because queen takes b2. Very difficult. But bishop moves. Ready to castle. Magnus says no. We're going to stop that straight away. I'm just wondering, when I saw this game live, I was wondering why not castle? Queen takes b2, I mean, and just checking with Stockfish, looks like we castle. I see, because the queen is now off this diagonal. Fine. So Magnus plays bishop g4 first. Queen g6, yeah, that's the move I missed. I didn't see that at all. And now taking on b2, rook b1, and it's about danger levels. You hit me, I have to move the queen right. Wrong. Magnus actually flicks in rook e8 check. Take. The position crumbles. If this were to happen. King here. And let's just pin along the second rank. We're going to pick up the bishop. Oh, amazing. Just amazing. So, rook b1, check played. King f1, and now picking up the bishop. Now, even though white picks up the rook, we pick up with check, and now the knight is dropping. The important thing to note is this rook is not in the game. So imagine that rook's off the board. It's really a knight, a bishop, well, bishop pair and a knight against the rook. Absolutely crushing. Rook takes b7. And it turns out there was a brilliant move here. Bishop f3 works as well. Knight e5 was played in the game, just to stop queen f7. Just wondering, let's have a look at this. Bishop here, just want to check this out. If this, now knight here, okay. I see. Just to improve the spot of that bishop. So let's go back here. Knight e5. And he resigned. Amazing. We're going to crash through. Now if take, well, I think there's going to be a mate very soon. After knight e5, c takes d4. There's a brilliant tactic here. Pause the video now if you want to have a go. I've got a 5-second timer here. Now's your chance. Pause the video, checkmate in 3 moves. The funny thing is, if you didn't spot this, then you would have won the opponent's queen anyway. First move is queen e1, check. king h2, and now knight f3 check. Take, and instead of picking up the queen, queen f2 is mate, totally boxed in. Really funny how the rook on h1 is just useless. What an absolutely crushing victory. And this inspired the video that I'm making now. Well, let's just play some games right now. Gotta test out your ideas. That's the whole point of this video. Let's go for this opening experiment. Let's go back to Lichess. So how can all of us do this? Let's click play with the computer. From position, click the board. And now it will be, let's get the position up. We got f6 in. Right, let's take it from here. And it's white to play. I'm going to continue from here. We're going to go play with a computer. We're going to go back here, 3 minutes plus 3 seconds per move. I'm going to start at level 4 and see how that goes. Stockfish level 4, rated 1700. That's why we do this. Now we take this new middle game position and let's go for it. So, f5 has just been played. 3 minutes each plus 3 seconds on the clock. Take. And now knight here or knight f6. Both look really good. Not really afraid of this capture because after take, I can just come back to g4. So let's go here. Now knight g4 looks very strong. Just finding a way to get that. Knight f4. Knight f4, that's a good move. Knight f4, eh? If I take, queen d5. Don't really want them to grab that pawn. I go d4 then. Yeah, let's go d4. Bishop d2, and now I can grab that pawn. I think my opponent should have played this. Let's take that way. Queen e2. I can go d3. If take, I might go here. Take. Bishop h4 check. Actually, hang on. Check, and then check from here. The king moves, and then check. And if take, I got my queen here. So I'm going to go for that. Check. I think that's the best option. Even knight f2 check wins, actually. Knight f2 might even be better because I just pick up the rook. And I think it's crashing through. So it's a good start. Let's just finish it off. I think knight f2 check is better. Here, take, the king runs. Nah, let's just pick up the rook. There's no e7 because the bishop hits the knight, hits the bishop. No, I can just drop this guy back. Knight g3 looks good. Knight f2 looks really strong as well. Could go knight f2, setting up a trap with take and then mate on the back. That would be really cool, actually. Yeah, let's go for that. Yeah, and now I've got rook f4 because if take, I can go bishop g5, winning the queen. So rook f4 is there. I can even just take. Another option is take because after this, queen d2 is mate. And then mate here. Let's take that one. Okay, doesn't allow mate. Now queen d1 is there. Queen e1, king b2. So king runs. I can just go rook f4. I think that's a clean finish. And now, if take, I take this one. I'm still just winning anyway, but just got to be accurate. Let's drop this one guy. This one back here, I mean. Now let's I mean, that's really flashy. Queen d2, and then the rook moves. Don't need any of that. Right, let's go here. Check. Oh, I had queen c3. Missed that. Oh well. Just hit that. Check. King can move out the way. Here. Check. Okay, let's check. And we're good. Oh. Check, and let's just finish it off there. That's mate. So bishop there, stops it. Go here, and then that one's mate. Check from here, and then we come back. Oh, check. And here, right. Cool. That's a good start. Let's go again. Now we'll go level 5. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. We'll go play with the computer. And level 5 this time. Okay, h5 played. Let's go queen b6 against level 5. h6. Undermining the structure. That's very interesting. So g6. Take, and now how to take back. Bishop here, knight here. I don't know if that's a great move. Go up the center. I might put my knight in here. So I'm going to come in. Right. Should do that straight away. I don't see why not. Let's go in. Early queen trade. Oh my gosh. Didn't expect that. That's a weird move. If c4, he just tucks it back. And then there's no healthy pawn break. If I take, or knight d4, sorry. Nah. But if I take first, yeah, I don't know. Maybe queen a5? That's a weird move, queen a3. That's weird. So I can take, I mean, now it's really strange. I could take, knight d4. I can damage the pawns though. Queen a3 is such a weird move. I don't like that. c4 looks okay, then that's always a weakness. I could take, but then they take back. That's a weakness. Could go for that transition. Got to take with the pawn now. Right. Let's play this. Bishop h3, good move. Very, very good move. Rook here. Rook here as well. In. Long way round, a bit random. Save the knight, or rook e2. Bishop e2, then knight g3. Yeah, very, very difficult to understand. Take. Do I even want to sacrifice in this fashion? It's very interesting. Now, would I play in a real game? I don't. I think the answer's no. I think I've just got to be safe. Let's put it back there. I don't need to risk it. Let's go. Let's double. Ah, bishop a4 was there as well. Need to look out for that. Right, let's go here. Right, now let's move to knight f5. Knight c4 looks great as well. They all look great. Let's go here, attacking this as well, and that. Didn't see that. I could take and then come into e3. Don't have to take though. Bishop f6, just showing the dominance. a5, hit the bishop. Let's go for that. Let's just drop it back. Keep an eye on that pawn. Now the knight can come in here. Can always reroute. Didn't see that at all. Didn't see that at all. Okay, let's go here. Come in. Rook d1 is there. Rook b1 attacking this. Rook a2 is there. Rook b7. Should be a way to crash through though. Am I even looking? Let's take that one first. There's got to be a way in. I'll go here. Don't want him in, so. King has to move. Rook in. This needs to come to life soon. Take. Do I swap a pair of rooks off? No, let's keep the pressure. Right. That's a good move, actually. Can't move the knight. Oh, so tricky. Right, I've got the king there. Let's get the king there. It's quite a nice journey. Let's move the king. Really, really don't know. Right, let's go here. Oh! Oh, that's a check. Before I totally botched that. God. Now we're good. Now we're good. Time to clean up. Fastest way to win. Yep, that was so complicated. Bishop e3, yeah. Get the queen out, put pressure, queen c2, yeah, looks good. Go a5, now bishop g1 looks so artificial. Let's get space. How do I deal with this? Such a good plan. I don't understand this structure at all. Maybe I take. Actually, now it can't take back. Right. So maybe when g3 was played in previous games where I just lost so badly, I had to take. And now there's some. Well, I got the center. That's one thing. Should go a3. Bishop h3 is annoying though, isn't it? That pawn is annoying. Rook, move the rook, then move the knight. Why? Why is this opening so difficult to play? Let's go queen here, using this. And if the bishop comes out, then I can move the knight here. Maybe that's a way to sort out my opening situation. Yeah, flicking a3 looks, maybe knight c4 first. a3, b3, d4. Very committal. I'm not sure I want to do that. Let's get the knight in first. We'll go b5. Man, he castle queen, so that's so risky. I'll go b5, b4. I mean, it's much better than the previous games. Yep, knight g5. Didn't see that at all. Much better than the previous games. Famous last words. God. Chess is just so tough. It's unreal. Really. Unreal. How difficult certain positions are to play. Knight g5. Gonna come in here. I've got to play g6. I've got to take. God dear me. Take g6. I think I'm getting crushed now. Because if I take, then this bishop can take later. Take. You're coming in. I've got to play like g6. And my centre's falling. Yeah, what a computer way to play. Yeah. Every line we lose, every single line. This is difficult. Right, let's find out what I did wrong. Good take on d4, didn't even realise this. So f6 here, put the pressure in the centre, and now taking on d4. Right, why didn't I do this? Take. Looks like I'm missing a chance to get the centre pawn. That's a big deal. That's a huge deal. Right, oops, so I missed that. Next, let's keep going. Get space, looking good, a3 and then cd4. Now, taking and then taking, looks like white's got a big advantage. Even though I got the centre, I knew in previous games I played against Stockfish, the bishop just comes out. Oh my gosh, chess is too tough. So what's another way to continue? Flicking a3, fine. Alright, that I understand because I can get the dark square. Take. I'm going to take with it. Knight, yeah. There's going to be a discovery on the queen. So how we playing this here? What's this one then? Yeah, okay. Good luck seeing that. Knight b4, yeah, that's a hell of a move. Tactics in the French, man. Tactics. He didn't even consider a tactic like this was possible. That's why you analyse your games. Right, we'll take it from here. So let's look at that again. Dun dun. dun, dun. That's very complicated here, this knight g5 shot again. Oh man, this is not... What I've learned is, playing this opening experiment, this line in the French is not for me. Oh my gosh, how complicated is this? Maybe Magnus, I mean, he can beat Jan Duda, the top Polish player, but I'm finding it so difficult to even come up with a plan. Got to use the engine to assist. Take. Yeah, let's go back a little bit. Here, take. If take with the pawn, then what? I'm going to flick in a3. This is winning now. Right, I find it very strong. Dun, dun, dun. Coming through now. This is winning. Typical idea. I couldn't make this work. I don't think I made this work in any of my games where you sack kings on here. Right, look, is that falling then? Is that the point? Just no coordination among the pieces. Very tricky. Back to the game. Here. Good. Still good. Bishop there. Knight in. One option. Queen b5. Don't really get it. For a castle, what's the difference? We play the same moves. Dun, dun, here. Why didn't I do this in the game? What was wrong with taking on g5? Right. Because I don't... Queen b5, I mean, you target the b2 pawn, so knight c4 is still the same thing. Rook a6 is a flick. 1, 2, 3. Fine. That's one chance. Knight g5. Now, what was wrong with this? Take. Oh yeah, because I mentioned that pawn. I see. Now, it's just nothing. No attack. Oh my gosh. Black is winning here. Incredible. Black is winning. I thought I was just losing. b8. Just move the rook. Oh, I totally forgot this. Being defended. Oops. I got this brilliant move, which is unreal. Absolutely unreal. Rook b2. Check. King moves. Gonna be queen in here. Oh my gosh. Totally forgot this moment. That's why I sacked the rook. Still good. Oh my gosh, I just thought I was losing. I had to go knight back to c6. No idea why. If I play the same move, get the queen in the game, just going to see the difference. Okay, now I can see here. Yeah, it was too late. Check, king here. Don't really see a move. Queen. Pfft. Yeah, okay. That's the other threat. So here, dun. Now I'm losing. Dun. Rook d8. Yeah, it felt wrong to give up the knight. It's so strong. Got to keep the tension. Because here, yeah, keep the tension next time. Very clean finish. Yeah, knight c3 coming through. Right. So learn a few things there. That is difficult, man. This opening is difficult to play. And looking at the games, to be honest with you, I'm not sure I want to play it. But that's what an opening experiment is. Have I learned something new? Yes. Am I going to play this opening often with black? Probably not. Very difficult to sense the right moment for a pawn break. Did I win a game or two against Stockfish? Yes. Did I lose lots of games against Stockfish? Yes. This is difficult. I hope you guys learned a lot. Let me know if you want to play this opening from the black side. Can you handle the French? Let me know in the comments below what opening experiment you want to see next. Did you enjoy this video? Also, let me know in the comments.